Are supplements safe to take?
I think whenever you put any chemicals in your body, okay, is it healthy supplements? He said, why not we create a supplement business? I was like, okay, so how to do that? And lots of people who have nightlife, nightclubs, night activities, they will never be so much energetic. I guarantee you about this 100%.
They just need
Very
to
difficult.
sleep more or sleep better.
I'm Greg. After a lifetime in sport and fitness, I've mastered how to train daily across all fitness components with nothing left behind and without burnout. I translate these principles for people who want to move through life with confidence, energy, and resilience.
At Youskilled, we take the best from many fitness and sports discipline. We train you to be capable for anything. We are not limited to just one type of workout or skill. Welcome to Youskilled, training not for life, but through life. Today, we are talking about something a lot of people ask us about, supplements. They are everywhere and the fitness industry makes them sound essential. I want to hear Greg's thoughts on his views on this, based on his years of coaching and real experience in the gym. So before we go over the questions that I have for him, I will just explain to you the list of supplement categories so you'll be able to understand more. So we have first vitamins and minerals, which are multivitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, B complex, E, calcium, magnesium, iron, and zinc. We also have protein and amino acids, which are whey protein, casein protein, plant proteins, BCAAs, creatine, and glutamine. We also have herbal and plant-based supplements, ginseng, ginkgo biloba, turmeric, ashwagandha, green tea extract, elderberry. We have specialty supplements as well. Fish oil, probiotics, collagen peptides, CoQ10, glucosamine, and chondroitin. I'm not sure of how to pronounce this, but bear with me on this one. Next is weight loss and performance boosters, caffeine, fat burners, pre-workout blends, testosterone boosters, thermogenics, and lastly, immune and wellness boosters, echinacea, garlic supplements, mushroom extracts. So these are the list, right? So right now, let's start with the basic, Greg. Why do you think people feel like they need supplements?
I believe there are two ways to look at it. First is the industry is pushing that a lot. Like as you see, the overall sales, it's keep growing by billions per year, and the variety of the supplements which cure different things and boost different things, it just keep growing. Okay, so that's number one. So obviously it's influence of the industry.
Yeah.
And another one, I believe, the same industry creates someone which is full of energy, very happy, very energetic every day, and the people see sometimes discrepancy between them and this type of person. So I believe this person also just imaginable person, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody who is full of energy, always active, always clear-minded, always eager to do the things. And they see that supplements might help them to be like that. Mm-hmm. One of the way to think about it.
Do you think it's more from marketing pressure or from people just looking for faster results?
Marketing pressure saying that results can be reached much faster in 90 days, 60 days, in 2 weeks, whatever. So marketing, because one of the parameter of marketing, it has to state how quickly it will bring you to results, and obviously as quicker it is, as
better,
the more sales you will have. So the marketing pressure saying that with their supplement line they'll get faster results, and obviously the person, that's what he wants, she wants.
Why does most of the people chase faster or quick things?
Because imagine to get the body, if I'll tell you to get into this fitness look, it will take you years. Is it something you want to hear? Probably no. So you want to hear that.
For me, I'm okay.
Okay, but majority, it's not something enticing, right? Majority wants to get to hear, like, okay, 3 to 6 months, 9 months. I don't think so even they will be bought by a year, so everything will be counted in months, right? So thinking that 3 to 6 months of efforts and I'll get this body sounds very interesting for the people to try.
A lot of people believe supplements give them results. In your experience, how much of that is a supplement and how much is really just their training and consistency?
See, probably they both works hand to hand, right? And the issue is what I think the people who say that supplements give them real results, they use double amount of these supplements. What do I mean by that? Okay, if there is a prescription is 1 spoon, they use 3. So the norm of the supplement they overuse, and that they feel obviously sometimes overproduction of results from the supplement. And subconsciously, since they feel that they overuse the supplement, they push more in the gym. So, they get into this loop. They use more supplements, then they don't want to waste the supplements to in vain, and they just push more. So,
is it mind over matter more? Like, for example, if you take creatine will, what they're saying, like
increase energy,
yeah, exactly,
and you'll be able to push more. Sometimes thinking that something in your body which is increasing energy will make you push little harder because you think you have some substance which helps you to push more.
But actually, probably the case is just, you just set your mind to push more. Probably it can be like that, right?
For example. So idea is that you have some substances in your body which allows you to push more or recover faster, and this dictate from inside the overall work production, and then you work more.
Have you ever had clients who thought supplements were the reason for their progress, when in reality it was their hard work?
Yeah, I think we had one member who went through with another coach, not with through transformation, and he said that the coach was giving him very nice herbal supplements and lots of results he gained. He was able to drop some stubborn body fat. Maybe it's true, but also I know he was at those time training like insane. So the amount of work he did, it was through the roof. So probably, again, there is some truth in that supplements did help. Maybe with some burning effect, it was increasing his thermogenic effect, meaning increasing the temperature of the body, maybe increasing heart rate if needed. So it was the body was able to reach, to burn extra calories and to reach those fat which he was not able to reach. But at the same time, he almost doubled his training intensity. So, this can be as same.
True. Are supplements safe? One thing most people don't think about is safety, right? So, are supplements safe to take?
I believe, of course, most of them are safe because the dosage, what they proclaim to the people is minor. So, for example, let's say the real sportsman knows, like if they want to get the maximum out of the supplement, as I said, they increase 3, 4, 5 scoops as per 1, 2 recommended, right? For example, right? And the thing is, the real result will be starting if they do this double usage. So, for example, you have 2 scoops. You feel it or not feel it, it's okay. But you're in safe side at the same time, right? You have 3 and 4, okay, you start to get more results. But, of course, there are some side effects because you overuse the quantity. And I'll give you some small story. It happened with me when I was 19. So we used to have one coach. I already stopped boxing and then started to go in the regular gym. I hired one coach for personal training for myself to learn a little bit more about the bodybuilding and everything. And those time I wanted, okay, now it's time to grow some muscle and everything. So, and he understands that I have some business mind also. And he said, why not we create a supplement business? I was like, okay, so how to do that, what to do. He said, look, one of the way to increase the sales in the supplements and make your supplements the best, in those time we was talking about mass gainer and protein. He say you take a protein, just normal standard protein, and then there are something called I think it's called metan. I forgot. Anyway, metan in simple terms, but it's oral steroids. So basically tablets. Okay, it's steroids. So what you do is you melt these tablets into powder, and little bit add into protein powder. People use protein, they grow. Your protein is the best. In fact, it's not even factory. In the lab, was added small amount of steroids, which helps to retain water and little bit boost your hormones, and you have fantastic results from it. So you see, like for example, are we sure that it was? For example, probably well-known brand are not using these tactics, right? But who knows? Maybe some new brands who coming up to the market can use the same tactics. Add
Just
little bit
to take over the market.
Yeah, because imagine you ate protein, you never had any results on your body, like okay, plus minus, and this company give you double results. You think, wow, I will stick to them. Or it can be. I'm sure. It can be the same with weight loss things, like probably it's like sold as herbal treatment, but in fact there are some certain more harder nootropic and different items added. Nootropic is for the brain, obviously, to speed up the processes, to make person more maybe anxious, and the person will be moving more, and at the same time some other supplements which make your glands work 1.5 times more, 2 times more.
Yeah, like for example, I spoke to Jakub a while ago, right? Like regarding this creatine, and he said that like everyone is recommending to take creatine, and then he said that he did a checkup, and then the doctor found out that he retained so much water in his muscle. Is that a bad thing or like a good thing?
I don't think so. It was found that he retains water. I know that he was suffering from cramps lots of time. Like the moment he started, after 40 minutes he stopped cramping. The doctor recommended him to reduce creatine or to stop for 3 weeks. And like logically it seems not correct, because creatine is supposed to help to retain water, and water retention should avoid cramps, right?
Okay.
But that's what docs say, and I heard it not only one time. I heard it also from another athlete. So there is point to think about it.
Interesting. What are the risks that people might not realize when they buy something over the counter?
I think whenever you put any chemicals in your body, okay, is it healthy supplements, whatever, there is always certain inside of our body there is always certain correlation of things. For example, I will not go into details. I'm not really studying these topics much, but for example, if you overuse iron, you should have a certain amount of copper also inside. So everything has certain equilibrium which is good for you. You start to push more on certain vitamins, I don't know, B group. You need to support it also with another, for example, maybe fat-soluble vitamin, I don't know, A, D, E, K group, for example, I will not go into the science because, as I say, I'm not that competent in it, but what I know is whenever you push certain markers up, you need to look on correlation on the whole system in the body. And it's really deep thinking. Like,
so it's not just you push certain, let's say, I don't know, like...
Yeah, you push certain gears up and you think it's just like that, it will enter the system without any sequences. No, there is so many correlated things, depends. Why, so many people, it's not about supplements, it's about steroids, for example. The moment they push testosterone up, the estrogen is going up as well. Why? Because the balance have to be in the body. Or they start to use anti-estrogen, they start to depress it. And then it looks like, oh, man doesn't need estrogen. Come on, estrogen is so much important hormone for the joints. So nails, joint, uh, connective tissue, everything. Estrogen play very important role, and that's what we see. People who overuse testosterone plus they use this estrogen inhibitors, means to depress them down. They often get some biceps tear, muscle tears, and everything because the connective tissue is getting less solid. Not only less solid, they, for example, for you, like from hard material, they become very stringy material. Like there are, from very solid ligament, it's become, fluffy.
Okay.
And that's why, for example,
So they separate, like they separate and become more
loose.
Loose, yeah. Okay.
For example, or more dry afterwards. So it's very endocrinologist type of a game, I would say. But we're talking about hard substances. Regarding the vitamins, it's of course on the minor case, but there are also still some correlations.
Interesting. So if not supplements, then if someone wants like more energy, more strength or faster recovery, what do you usually recommend instead?
I would not recommend for now anything, but let's just go into the life itself. Look, for example, just let's talk about one scenario. Person wants more energy, right? But the work, what he has, the business, or it's just something he doesn't like. It doesn't work with him. He doesn't like surrounding, doesn't like the service and everything. So he is looking for energy, but the primary source, the main action what he's doing doesn't bring him energy back. For example, so many people sometimes, like those who are excited about any ideas or anything, they have plenty of energy, even they don't have breakfast, lunch, and they just drink tea, and it seems they busting from energy because they're really into their art or, those who's obsessed. So I would think these parameters, okay? And then what we see mostly with the people, they don't sleep. That's the main problem. Like they're looking into supplements, how they can boost the energy, become more active. But then we look in their sleep pattern. They sleep 6. I would not even say 6, 4 hours, but even 6.
Less than 5 for
6
sure.
starting from 2 a.m. Right? So what we are talking about, like it's not about the energy production. You mess up the whole circadian rhythm. So like the moment then you need to So circadian rhythms is the rhythms in the body which as per certain time hormones being released. Like we're supposed to get up with the sun, we're supposed to go down when the sun goes down. All of this, which like natural human being is live by. And as an example, I'll give you this idea from my life. When 2 years back to back, I was working at night back in the 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and I gained 9 kg. 9 kg. Not about I was abusing food, but just the rhythm that my body designed to, I was going against. So when you work at night, regardless, you always want to sleep. You will never adapt. So and
you'll not be, like energetic in the
no chance. So, and lots of people who have nightlife, nightclubs, night activities, they will never be so much energetic. I guarantee you about this 100%. For example, those who forget about those who work at night, I understand, but those who party till 4 a.m. then sleep 1 p.m. they wake up, come at the gym 2 p.m. They never be top performers. Okay, they can move whatever, but energy always less. They always be lethargic a little in the end. So that's what I learned. So that's root where you need to look at. No need to find the way how to boost yourself with supplements and everything. That's the root case. And then from there, you start to dig up. Okay, you fix your sleep. Then we look like, again, maybe you need to change activity. Maybe you need to change people around. Okay, you look there. Maybe you need to change the country. Depends.
But it's so difficult for people to get this idea of they just need to sleep more or sleep better. It seems like lifestyle cannot support this.
Like remember we was talking before with you, like there are some people who sleep so much.
Yeah.
12, 14, 15 hours per day. And one of the reasons you say, why? What is the reason? But the problem is the person is bored. And sleeping is very legal way of escaping the life, like
Exactly.
escaping the boredom, right?
And as well as it can be as a means of, just finishing the day quickly.
Finishing day quickly, not facing the day. And again, there are like when maybe in the dreams life much more brighter.
Better, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Because I have one friend before who used to sleep a lot, and like really every time when he gets the chance, he sleeps. But in reality, his life is not that, for example, fulfilling, right? And he was not fat and he was not big. He was okay, but still, the energy was
low.
Like, yeah, very different. And I think also too much of sleeping can lead you into,
Another side effects, of
yeah,
course.
exactly. Out of food, sleep, training, and recovery, which one do you think most people are missing the most? As we discuss sleep. But also at the same time, I think food as well. Like people just not eating enough.
Okay, so the hierarchy probably as per observation is like that. Sleep is number one because majority still have issue with sleep, and even like it's like pandemic. Really, so many people don't sleep properly. So I'm not saying that we are the one who sleep from like also like we wake up a couple of times in the night and everything. It's also happening and everything, but we're trying to cover the hours. So majority are not covering the hours, so there is no this sleep hygienes. They don't know, but industry is moving to the educating how to sleep properly, how to do rituals, how to there are lots of different devices created to improve sleep, from the sound, from the bedding, from different cooling systems, from music, as I said, this even scent to put
It's
you
called
in the
white noise as well.
Yeah,
There's
white noise.
Yeah.
I would put next one training. Because I'm sure training is reprogram the whole game forward. If you train, and especially if you train intense, when you sweat out, when subconsciously you don't want to eat heavy, subconsciously you don't want to, like for example, so many people
Subconsciously you want to sleep early.
Exactly.
Especially if you
train every day.
Especially if you train every day, plus you schedule your training in the morning.
That's another thing. But okay, if you train in the evening, even though you train, you come dead, finish. If you train in the evening, you come. There is very less energy for you to party around.
Can work like that.
Yeah, for example, this is another case. So training is, I believe, it's a key driver for all changes. You start to train, you start to sweat. You require your body to move. Your body anymore doesn't want to eat heavy carbs or tasty dishes, because you see direct feedback that your performance decreasing after such food.
Yeah, but still, it's not guaranteed that if you train, you'll be doing all of this. It's so important. The influence you have around.
But I would put training before food.
Yeah.
That's my personal.
That's our
not because we're in this industry, but because training is the driver. So many people trying to eat this, but they don't train, and there is even saying that the person who trains always overlive, even though eating not the best, will overlive the people who eat better but not train. That's what I know.
I actually agree on that, because look, we have one member here as well, right? For 2 years we've been, let's say, going back and forth with her due to her, for example, lack of sleep, lack of proper nutrition and all, and it was so difficult to get her into a certain outcome, right? And just in this year, when she started to, for example, change the whole mindset and build better habits. Let's say we were pushing her, not pushing, but setting a habit of she needs to sleep before 12 a.m. at least, or 11 p.m. and this, and eat this amount. Plus, she was working on her hormones, right, with that, and everything just fall into place, and she started to like gain the, let's say, the outcome she always wants to have. So this, let's say, the training, sleep, food is the most vital part to work, and the rest is just, like
It's coming as
is
a different layers. Then the mindset become better. Then the
Yes.
tackling the problems becomes better. Then the overall view for the life become better, right? Because the person who is training, who is sleeping, and who is eating properly, ideally should not be a negative, right? So I'm not saying that this is positive, bright person, but again, being negative and being sarcastic or whatever, rarely such people in a good body and in a good energy and in a good self-presentation, I would say.
like we discussed with Philip before I came to this podcast. We discussed with one member also who has a like goal of growing his muscle, become bigger.
Okay.
And I see that, for example, he is a type of like individual would not be able to grow that much of muscle,
True.
for example, right? But then he said to me like, but also most people just don't, let's say, eat enough as well. And the thing is, like, for example, for him, what he does is he eats 2 different kinds of food daily, every day, 2 different kinds of food only in the evening, for example.
Okay.
It's I think steak with egg with vegetables, and another one is something meat and vegetables. That's it. And he basically just like alternate them in days, and two kinds of food only. And then that's why he got what he needs. Plus he was saying that as well in the morning some like protein has to be there as well. So this is what you need. It's the food actually that is more important for you to have, rather than again look into all of these powders and pills, right?
Even though with food, for example, if your digestive system, all of the systems which working towards absorption, the nutrients working perfectly fine, eat as much as you can. But also that's another case to look at. Like, depends if the person has high ambitions, he wants to overgrow his genetic potential, he also put himself in danger, because he needs to eat like what all bodybuilders say, those who in heavy categories and everything, that the hardest job for them is food. Because imagine, they are full, they don't want to eat, and they need to eat. And it's not easy task at all. They say working in the gym, this is the easiest part. The hardest part is to eat those 10,000 of calories, 8,000 of calories. Depends of their goals, because they need to surpass
They have to force themselves to
They need to surpass they eating 3-4 kg of meat per day. So you need to surpass the natural potential. So imagine how big damage it is on the digestive system, how big damage it is on the liver and all of the system which is filtering the blood, and also get out from this healthy, it will be also challenging. So that's why we know that the bodybuilders who finish their careers, they immediately lose 20-30 kg and they feel much better. They sometimes start to do some even endurance work.
What is really like the real need for like supplements? What's the real reason it's there?
Look, again, we need to look a little bit back in the history also. I don't want to be wrong, but for example, what I remember, if I'm not mistaken, the Joe Wader, he's the one who created the protein. And through the bodybuilders, he was pushing this supplement, right? And it was saying that the protein helps to build muscle, and protein is even good for babies, and it's like... It's just a source of, it's a block of building the body, right? So if you think this way, basically it's like marketing game from beginning. And then as a snowball, it just keep coming, and like that it's safe to give to each and every one and this. But if you look behind, there are some drivers who was pushing it to the mass. So like now, look now, everyone using electrolytes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, electrolytes. But if you think, okay, electrolytes, it's great to use in the high temperature environment when you're sweating a lot, you're losing salt. Okay, I agree. Refill it with electrolytes. But if you're just training in the gym, you hardly
You
sweat.
don't sweat.
What electrolytes you're having?
What you need.
Exactly. So, isn't it fad right now that it's needed? Or for example, I agree.
Yeah, because it's a bit pushed now, like electrolytes.
Pushed
So
by a
many
lot,
brands. Yeah.
But basically, what electrolytes is? It's just you can add a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar, a little bit of that's usually natri chloride already, and then sugar, some elements. So that's it, and you already refill.
You're
You can put a little bit of orange
hydrated.
juice, and then that's your electrolytes.
But it is helpful, especially, for example, for us, right? We are training outdoors.
If you
and we've
train
been-
outdoor, I don't have questions. When you sweat your ass off, no question.
But if there's no sweat, even one single
We've
drop.
seen it, right? I need electrolytes. And just doing normal training. So I think this is a little bit not justifiable.
Yeah.
It just, you have it for taste. You like tasty watch. I agree with that.
Correct.
The issue is when this tasty water cost triple, because for example, let's say one drop of some, for example, let's call it some sugary water, right? Will cost 3 dirham, right? For example, or let's say it will cost $1.
Yeah.
But now with electrolytes, it will cost $5, and it's give you plus vitamins.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic upsell also, right? Or you add to the sugar, you a little bit put salt, and you put another potassium microelements, for example, and now it will cost $5. Why not?
Is there a good side of taking supplements, in your opinion?
I think supplements has to be taken to the people who
Really deficient?
No, I don't think. I'm thinking a little bit differently. I'm thinking deficiency and everything you can cover with food, right? Majority. I think so. I'll try to explain my
It depends.
point.
Like, for example, if there are, depends case to case basis. For example, if you're a type of person who cannot eat that much, supplement is a good way for you to
To feel it.
feel it, right?
But you know how my brain works. Why you cannot eat so much? What is the reason? You need to look in the reason why you cannot eat so much. And by the way, do you need to eat so much? As we discussed, the person who is hard gainer, does he need to break his genetics? The God creating him as a hard gainer, there are so much benefits of being hard gainer. You have usually a very good oxygenation of the body. The muscle have good endurance, and you recover fast. You have more energy. Hard gainers usually have more energy. And at the same
What
time,
does it mean, hard gainer?
the skinny guy who has issues to adapt muscles.
Okay, got it.
So at the same time, like being bulky, being big, this is pretty slow people, right? Slow, heavy, and then they're super strong, but they're themselves slower than agile guys. So, but there are big guys by nature, like these huge lumberjacks with big bones, and the clavicle bones are large. They built as a
It's a big guys.
yeah, exactly, as a mover. So they even, like as I said before, like such people sometimes never even lived in their life. They just big. They just, the frame is different. So that's what I learned also before. You look at them and say, I wish to be like that one day. But you ask this guy, how do you train? He say, honestly, I'm just swimming and I'm just walking. And you're like, wow, I will never be able to
Swim and walk. And
no, for example, I will never be able to grow such shoulders and everything. But the good thing is to accept it. Like, okay, cool, that's fine. So I would not push the direction of describing it for those people who cannot do that. But to finish the answer, the people who have strenuous training and it's surpassing the daily recommendation, probably it's needed. Those who train twice per day, those who do long works, the guys who train in ultramarathon, the guys who preparing for the contest when they have twice. So not only, for example, maybe they need different microelements to sleep faster. They need those proteins to eat, to refill the intake of protein, because they need to have double dose of protein. They need to have, because they have double dose of protein, maybe to reduce bloatiness, they need to eat extra fiber, so the fiber start to absorb. And again, fiber will lead maybe to some constipation, whatever. They need to have extra probiotics. And like there is whole set of supplements has to be taken to support the person to do so much training. But that's different topic. We even don't have these members in house, and we.
But if you're a normal like person who just need to, let's say, to have, let's say, good energy, go through the day, decent stuff, you just need all like probably.
3 times.
You don't need this.
I more proclaim smaller portion, more often nutrition, right? So.
And what if they say they don't have enough time? And usually it's the answer. I don't have enough time to eat.
Then 3 times in a day. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Go with that. So.
But even for, like, I heard so many people the same. 3 times for them is too much. They can only have 2.
Again, it's
right?
a habit. And then what you learn, usually those who say 3 times in a day it's too much, they usually overweight.
Yes.
And as you know, the biggest, like what we know, okay, the normal day of
they might be not overweight. Some of them is just like body-wise okay, but stomach is big.
Yeah,
I see.
But I would call them overweight because majority of them overweight. Why? Because the main meal consumption is dinner, and this dinner is heavy, and this dinner is large portion, and that's why the stomach size is big, and because the portion it's 2-3 plates, because the hunger through the day it's accumulating, and after this in 2 hours they go to bed, or maybe sometimes they go to bed immediately, and in the morning they wake up, they still full, they don't want to eat, they just have coffee or miss even this, and on the lunch they have some light lunch, and they waiting for the dinner and smash themselves in the dinner. So majority it's like that. And if there are some even people start to count, but calorie wise it's not that much. It's not about calories, it's about those habits and whole metabolism, which is transfer this food into energy. That's why whatever I respect all practices, intermittent, whatever, but I think multiple meals, small portion, that is, you should not be full from the food, but you should feel that energy comes in, your stomach not being stretched, and you get out from the table not being sleepy and not being
not out of energy.
full.
Yeah.
That's the key to keep speeding up your metabolism and obviously get more energy out of it.
Correct. To wrap this up, one last question. If someone asks you, should I take supplements or not? What's your honest, straight answer to them?
As of now, majority of the people who ask such questions completely didn't fix their foundations: food, nutrition, and training. So we have, for example, guy here who has bag of supplements, literally bag, like. The paper,
yes.
It was around 12 or 15 bottles of supplements.
Millions of supplements.
Yeah, millions of supplements. So he comes to the training twice in a week, I think so. At the same time of the training, he talk over the phone, half of the training. Then sometimes he drinks heavily on the weekend. What can I advise? So I don't have anything to say. So I rarely hear about supplements from the people who really push, because they understand it's not about supplements, all of this game. So for example, like that. I learned one thing. So I don't because before I thought as more supplements I know, as more smarter I'll be on the fitness market and everything. But what I realized, trying on myself those time, pre-workouts, different. I never tried any boosters in terms of testosterone, but I tried pre-workouts and citrulline and beta-alanine and all of these. For example,
the CAAs, all of these.
Yeah. And
creatine you tried also.
Tried,
right?
and
nothing works for you.
No. pre-workout always works. It boosts you up. You want to,
but
creates
the after effect is.
I called it stupid energy. First of all, you get in this. Of course, you get from beta-alanine the rushes, and then you have the strength to deploy it, but you're not able to analyze the strength sometimes. So much better, like the best lifts I did never tried like without trying anything. Like, when you steal, you pick up heavy lift, you concentrate and you lift. But when you just full in rush, it's all about just go, sometimes not even knowing what is happening within your body. And as I told you, one of the way for me was to stop pre-workouts and everything. I think I was using almost 2 years of them before training. We did some runs with a friend, and we put very high speed, and we ran already 2 minutes, and I'm just not getting tired, completely not getting tired.
Wow.
And I'm like, shit, it's not good. I'm not getting response from the body. Like this high speed, my legs, I'm running high speed, but I'm not getting tired at all. And I'm like, that's tricky situation, because my body goes through high velocity work, and I'm getting lots of impact, but I'm not tired. So after that, I think I was like, wow, it's just masking the real thing. And that's what you told also. After this very fantastic training, you take shower and you sit, and like somebody takes soul from you. Like you just want to. That's insane drop down. So it's not worth
like you're
any
from up and right away you went to
down.
The
so
bottom.
It's not worth any intensity. So that's the thing. And regarding this protein and everything, unfortunately, I was not gifted with good digestion, so I am not able to say that it was working for me. So that's why.
I think it become like a strength in you as well, that you'll not be able to digest, because then you can, because of that, you manage to do everything like naturally, train this, and
it gives also certain things.
Yeah, exactly.
So the answer for that, what was the question?
What's your straight answer if someone asks you?
It's not really needed. I know it's counter marketing answer, like counter something not people like to hear, because they want to hear, okay, buy CLA, buy the carnitine, buy this and that, and keep going. Again, maybe, as we discussed on the beginning of the topic, maybe subconsciously person think that he invests in this, so he needs to push and he needs to use them. Maybe
it's just a tool for them to push themselves into doing
maybe it's another thing is attribute that I'm in the fitness. Look, I have full shelf of supplements, and it's attribute that I'm in the fitness. Like having nice sports shoes, same, having supplements, it means I belong to it. Maybe this way also. So to wrap up, I believe if you cover foundations, you done 95%. Those 5%, does it need to be invested in it? Majority no, because even though if it helps you a little, you know that it's some supplement pushing you up. Much better to know that it's like coming from all the accumulative things what you've done. That's the answer. So good form, optimal body weight, optimal energy. I'm not saying the bright energy. Optimal energy, optimal mindset you can get with lifestyle adjustments, and that's the key.
Thank you. I think we done.
Thank you.
As a reflection to our listeners, so here's something to think about. Do you want to spend your energy chasing products or building habits that actually last? Leave
comments below. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, our podcast, and I hope that you got something or you learned something from this, and we hope to see you sometime soon. Bye.
And cut. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
How many minutes? I think not.